have recourse,
That's
correct?
correct.
Right. So if I agree, they should absolutely have recourse.
So it wouldn't
But,
be going down the victimhood tunnel then.
I mean, I don't really, forgive me. I just don't see them as being victims, mishandled, mistreated. Yes,
So this is a
but
problem, right? This
I
is
don't know.
usually a
It's just a
problem
different.
that is seen as far as, especially in today's society, due to a Eurocentric mindset, right? And how they've gone about as far as portraying black people. So we've seen this in
Well,
many times,
I,
as far as many
yeah.
people believe that black people can have a higher pain threshold, right? Where they, as far as they
I agree with you
dehumanize
there.
black
No,
kids
believe
or
me, I
black people
understand. I understand what you're
within
saying.
society. And I think that's a
Yeah, I
reflection as
understand what
far
you're
as your
saying.
beliefs, where you believe, well, nothing really happened to them. They're just being a victim. This whole
But
victimhood
you're putting words in
mentality.
my mouth. I'm not saying that nothing. They should absolutely have recourse.
So it wouldn't
But
be going down the victimhood tunnel then.
treated, yes.
So this is a
But
problem, right? This
I
is
don't know.
usually a
It's just a
problem
different.
that is seen as far as, especially in today's society, due to a Eurocentric mindset, right? And how they've gone about as far as portraying black people. So we've seen this in
Well,
many times, as far as many
yeah.
people believe that black people can have a higher pain threshold, right? Where they, as far as they
I agree with you
dehumanize
there.
black
No,
kids
believe
or
me, I
black people
understand. I understand what you're
within
saying.
society. And I think that's a
Yeah, I
reflection as
understand what
far
you're
as your
saying.
beliefs, where you believe, well, nothing really happened to them. They're just being a victim. This whole
But
victimhood
you're putting words in
mentality.
my mouth. I'm not saying that nothing happened to them. I'm just
This
saying
whole, I
that
know it's not
I think
egregious to you, right? It's not egregious enough for any repercussions to occur.
I didn't. I absolutely said that they should have recourse. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you, purely, is that as a community,
We're not
I
talking
think
about a
we do
community,
need.
right? We're talking about these little girls.
Well,
That's
they
what we're
are part
talking
of our
about.
community.
Sure, but we're
Okay.
talking about this incident. We're not going to use this incident and, as far as, use a red herring as far as talk about and extrapolate it to, well, the community. We're talking
Mhm.
about this incident where you
Mhm.
try to say, as far as them getting the company getting repercussions for hiring a racist employee and refusing to take any further action to mitigate further problems such as this, you believe that's victimhood.
Mhm.
I would argue that is a white
I didn't say
supremacist.
that.
That's a white
I
supremacist
didn't
narrative.
say.
So where did the
I didn't
victimhood
say
come
that,
in, ma'am?
and I think you know I didn't say
So
that.
where did the
You know I didn't
victimhood
say
come in?
that. So they were mistreated, and my only, and I believe you did hear me say that I only halfway agree with
So where
kind of
did
the
the
narrative
victimhood
around this.
come in?
I believe that it's. I just don't want to assign victimhood to these kids long
Where
term.
did the
I just
victimhood
don't.
come in? I'm asking you a simple question.
Where does the victimhood come in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're going to assign victimhood, they were mistreated by this character. The character should not have a job, or the person inside the character suit should not have a job. The parents are well within their right to make those demands.
I already
They
know all
are
of this. I'm
well within
asking
their.
you, where did the
Okay,
victimhood come in? Can you answer that question?
I think I just did.
No, you did
I
not.
think I
You
just
told me
did.
what you did was
Okay,
give
how
me,
would you?
as far as the events of what transpired. I already know what happened.
Mhm.
I'm asking you,
Okay.
where did the victimhood come in?
Okay, so maybe how I would answer that would be that if I have a Eurocentric mindset, if you're saying I have such a Eurocentric mindset on, how the Black kids, or how our Black kids are supposed to absorb mistreatment, I don't agree. And I do think we have to have balance in how we are assigning
Ma'am, this is drivel. I'm
victimhood.
asking you, where did the
Okay.
assigning of the victimhood come in? The problem is there is no victimhood. This is a knee-jerk reaction, response that you've been trained to say. And I would argue it's been
What?
trained due to your conditioning of listening to white supremacists as far as narratives. That's what I would argue. Because you can't
Well,
even give me a cogent response as to what you said was happening. They were being assigned victimhood. How? This is called cooning. That's what this is called.
oh, Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was not. I didn't realize that you could assign those types, just because I don't think that these kids
No. Don't put words
are
in my
going
mouth. Let
to.
me explain to you why. I'll
No,
tell
I'm
you why
not.
it's cooning. It's cooning because you made a
Well,
very much a charge, a charge assignment to these kids, and could not
I'm not
explain
the one that
why.
made a charge assignment. That was you,
Your charge
because
assignment
you're
was that they
saying
were
that these
being
kids are going
assigned to
to be
victimhood.
traumatized.
You said that they were being
No,
assigned to victimhood. I asked you how. You couldn't explain to it. You couldn't explain how.
well, wait a minute.
And
You're
I
the
asked
one
you
that's saying that
multiple
these kids are
times.
victims. You're the one saying these kids are victims.
They are victims.
You're the one saying that they're going
That's
to be
correct.
traumatized.
That is
Okay.
correct.
These kids were mistreated, for sure. But every child that is mistreated, are they going to? I guess my level of victimhood is going to be based on the trauma that you experience, right? That's kind of my benchmark. I'm sorry if now you're calling me a coon just because I don't, because I think that there are levels.
Who are you to say
trauma.
that? How do you know their trauma?
You just.
I'm asking you,
Wait a
how do you
minute.
know their trauma?
I don't know if they're traumatized.
How do you know their trauma?
The degree
So
of pain
so if you don't
feeling.
know their level of trauma, how are you going to say
Right.
that it's victimhood then? It's assigning victimhood to them.
Wait a minute. I'm not assigning victimhood to these
That's
kids.
what you've been saying this entire time. You didn't want to go down a victimhood
That's
tunnel.
what you've been saying.
You don't
this
want to
entire
assign
time.
victimhood to these
We
kids.
need to have balance in terms of how we manage these issues.
What do you
We
mean
have
balance?
to have
No,
balance.
hold up. Because what you originally said, as far as this could have been handled a different way. And then when I asked you, how would you have handled it? You told me the same exact way this mother handled it.
Right.
Do you have a white husband?
No. My husband is black.
Is your husband from the States?
Yes, he's from the States.
He's from the States.
Are you?
He's not from Africa?
Black? Are you from the States?
He's not from Africa?
No, he's not from Africa. He's from here.
And his parents are from here?
Stockton, California. Everyone is from this country in his family. I'm from this country. None of us are coons. None of us have this,
No, you very much are. The sad thing is that you don't even know it, right? Because you're trying to dismiss.
I think you know what, whatever.
You're trying to dismiss the mistreatment of black children.
But you really are just a hate bait. You really are just hate.
Who am I hating on? Yeah, I would suggest you get your fucking coon ass off of my fucking line. That's a smart thing. Smart thing to do. Notice that whenever it comes to black children, well, you're just being a victim. You want to know where that comes from? Fucking white conservatives. White conservatives, not all, but those that use that fucking talking point of victimhood. What that is a shield to alleviate them of any repercussions for their wrongdoings. Where they can treat you like shit, and if you complain about it or say, hey, I don't want to be treated like shit, oh, you just want to be a victim. Remember what I was just saying? Don't have your children be raised by this, but also understand there are some black women out there with that same fucking mindset. Okay? Don't get tricked. There are some black fucking women out there with that coon Sambo mindset. All right? And it's dangerous. Fucking dangerous. 512, you're on the line. What's a disagreement and tell me why?
Hey, man. I think you were mistreating that woman that was talking to you earlier. I think what she was talking about victimhood mentality is not necessarily a singular instance, but it's talking about a mentality carrying forward, saying, hey, I have had something bad happen to me in this instance.
Sure. Now, how does that apply to this situation?
You said what?
How does that apply to this situation?
You've got a what? How does that apply? Oh, because you were talking about the trauma that these kids will inevitably face, and I was thinking,